because we're talking, and I'm just gonna skip the intro. My name's Ryan. That's Christian. Yada yada. Say hi, Christian.
Yo. You want some hot fresh chicken to go? Order whenever you're ready.
Alec Baldwin.
Hey.
What's
going on? It's the day. Friday.
It is Friday, dude. I actually spent my morning repainting Pyramid Head. Believe it or not.
Oh yeah, I saw that. How's that? Did you go to NebCon? That was recently.
But no, I didn't go to NebCon because I didn't even know it existed until after it happened.
Yeah, it existed.
And, I felt kind of dumb. And then second, I only go to two. I only go to Comic-Con, which I think is dead. I haven't heard anything from them since beginning of 2020.
Oh, that's sad.
And then Anime Nebraska, which actually is going to start up again this year. So I might go, I might not go. I'm not sure, but yay,
dope.
Cons are back.
Finally.
Oh my, dude.
After a year and a half.
I missed cons, but now that they're starting back up, I'm just like, oh boy, I don't miss cons at all. Go back, please.
Why don't you miss them?
I don't miss them because then all the fucking actual Discord people come out of the woodworks. And
hey, we record on Discord. What does that say?
I know, but we're not actually like Discord people. Like, sure, I'll hop on Discord,
Ryan,
and I'm.
Discord.
Look, listen.
We're
not Discord. We're not Discord. We're not native Discord people. Okay? We just borrow Discord for our podcast and the two group chats I'm actually in on this thing.
So what's the difference? Where does that line end? So like, where does it, kind of go? Oh yeah, this is where you become a Discord member.
I think if you are part of I would say 10 plus groups, you are native to Discord, and you should please consider leaving the app. Uninstall, get rid of League of Legends, and go outside, please.
League of Legends? What the heck, man?
Don't you what the heck me with League of Legends? There's
you don't like LOL?
No, I don't like whatever the fuck you just said. I'm not even sure what you just said.
It's LOL, babe.
Actual maniac.
Play some Lost of Legends.
Dude, I just love WoW, dude. I can't play Elder Scrolls Online because I just wasted 7 years of my life on WoW.
This hurts me. So bad.
Did you ever hear that?
No, I did not.
Okay, well, I'm referencing Mitch. I seem to always bring up Mitch every time we talk about a podcast. I don't think he ever seen this at all. So, hooray!
We're fine.
Hi, Mitch. Welcome to the podcast.
He's joining us today, right now.
He's actually Craig right now. He's been recording us. Now recording.
Scary
yeah.
Craig.
Okay. So people don't hear this, but before the podcast start, we always do our little warm up and say hello to each other, and then I have to type in Craig join 7 times before he actually does.
It's only gotten longer with every recording. The first recording he typed it in once and it worked perfectly. Last week it took 30 seconds, and this time it took 2 minutes. Dude,
Craig gets more and more defiant with every fucking recording session, and I don't know.
Just have to say, hey, we got to get it started right now, and it's a week before recording.
Put in the notice because this is gonna take a while.
Hey, Craig, we're gonna need you next Thursday, and he's like, now record. It's gonna be super slow. Oh
yeah,
man.
That, and he does this weird robot voice where he's just now recording. I can't even do it justice because it's so gross. It's so
gravelly. It doesn't make sense.
Actual robot. Mm-hmm. Actual human robot. Speaking of human robot, Alec Baldwin, am I right, boys?
Oh my goodness. He did nothing wrong.
I mean, he was just starring on the set of Hitman's first level, okay?
He did nothing wrong. I'm dead serious. It wasn't his fault.
I know it wasn't his fault, but how does that happen?
It's a lot of protocols that were broken on not his end. So the producer, the prop master, all those people shouldn't have live ammunition on the set.
Wait.
And when they don't check the gun, like the prop master is supposed to bring it to someone. I think it's like like an ammunition or like a weapon specialist, and they kind of sign it off and say, yes, there's no live ammo. They actually poke a little stick through just to make sure, because they're using old like revolvers, and so they stick a little stick through to make sure that there's no live or like any ammunition in there whatsoever. And then they hand it to Alec Baldwin. They just handed it to Alec Baldwin and said, "Go nuts, baby." So it's just such a weird thing, and it's such a poopy thing, man. For being honest.
Was it actually a live round? I thought it was a blank that
it was
blew up
a live
wrong.
round. I think it was a live round. So.
Oh my fucking god! Actual Hitman scenario. Literally,
exactly.
Literally 47 was involved.
Blood money style right there. Which
here you go, Mr. Baldwin. Your gun. Thank you. Shoots fucking screenwriter.
It's such a sad thing too. It's so sad.
I feel bad for the man at the end of the day, as much as
I feel bad for the family that's affected by it. Like it's
that
such
too.
A cruddy thing.
As much as it gets clowned on, and as much as I like to clown on it as well, and at the end of the day, it is a absolute terrible thing that happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I genuinely, like, I've never seen memes of someone getting killed so fast. Not even like
it was out there so quick.
Dude, literally the same day. Literally same day. Man and or woman, I don't remember who, literally killed thanks to Alec Baldwin. And the same day, iFunny was just like, "Oh, fuck yeah, dude. This is some grade A content."
It's tough because it's such a touchy subject, and it should be. You know, people died.
That is true.
Injured. It's tough. So, hey, welcome to the sour note or the low note of
All right, that's the end of this. That's the end of the podcast. Thank you so much. We just became controversial, and we're gonna bail out before any of our future.
I don't think it's controversial. I just think it's a shitty. Something shitty happened. That's my take on it. There should have been protocols. That's it.
I agree, but now here's my question to you: do you think that with everything that happened, we're now going to see even more protocols and rules and regulations to Hollywood and Hollywood studios?
Well, the thing is, there's already so many protocols there already. The argument should be they weren't following any protocol for gun safety at all. There's already pretty strict protocols in Hollywood about there should be no live ammunition in the gun or on set at all. So, I mean, there's several things that were broken down. Let me see. I follow this guy. It's this guy on TikTok.
Oh boy.
He was a live prop master. He worked on many sets, and he kind of gives his take on it, and it's super good. Let me see if I can find him really quick. I'm on TikTok right now. So
he's on TikTok right now. I'm on TikTok right now. Follow me. Follow me on TikTok. It's not Ryan 99. Look me up. I got like 4 videos. Yeah, that's my actual TikTok.
It's not.
Yes, it is. Lying. It's not Ryan 99. That's my actual TikTok.
That's amazing. I didn't know that.
Don't you follow me? You commented on one of my things. Is that the battle pass ?
Okay, his TikTok name is Scott Prop and Roll. So if you go follow him on TikTok, it's just a little bit back, but it should be. I can't remember. I don't know exactly where it is, but he talks about all the protocols with it and everything, and he makes some good points. So if you want to know more of his side, it's Scott Prop and Roll. Is that the battle pass though?
That is not the battle pass. I'm pretty sure you commented on the Pyramid Head video. Actually, is that the battle pass?
I think so. You're welcome.
We've come full circle. Jesus, I was repainting it just today, like I said. Good Lord.
What are your plans on using it?
I'm going to be using it for Halloween, baby. That thing is going with me to CB, and I'm going to be scaring some kids. Like I said last episode, I'm catching a felony charge.
Heck yeah.
I'm catching a felony charge. What are you doing for Halloween, though? I want to hear that.
Nothing. Just
nothing.
Hanging out at home.
You don't even got a costume lined up? You're not even going to wear like some cat ears or something?
No, we're staying home. This Halloween, we're staying home.
I'm surprised with your other half, the party goer.
She's not much of a party goer, but she likes a good time for sure.
Excuse me. Bull fuck, she ain't much of a party goer.
When she has fun, she has fun. That's my take on it. But she's not much of like a go out and have fun person. But when she is.
May I remind you of the La Mesa Bar Night trilogy, okay?
Excuse me. You started the La Mesa Bar Night.
I did do that.
You started the La Mesa Bar Night, and the didn't even go to La Mesa that night.
That was supposed to be part 4. That was supposed to be part 4. Was actual La Mesa.
Yeah, we didn't go to. I don't know why you said La Mesa. You posted. What was it? You posted on Snapchat. We were at Lincoln Pub, and you posted La Mesa Bar Night. On
this
Snapchat.
Was all right. Keep in mind, this was
pre-pandemic.
Yeah, pre-pandemic, and this is like 2-3 weeks after a major breakup of mine, so I'm not in a great headspace, and so I'm drunk as can be, fast as can be, and I take out my phone. What? Yeah, I am Sonic. That's true. And I take out my phone, I take a Snapchat, and for some reason, the first thing that comes into my mind is La Mesa. I'm just like, why am I thinking of the street in GTA 5? No, why am I dumb? And so I put...
Or the Mexican restaurant in Council Bluffs.
And conveniently also a Mexican restaurant in CB. So I just write La Mesa Bar Night and post it on my story. No context, no filter, no nothing.
You could sell it as an NFT. That's how rare it is.
I have it saved still, so I could sell it as an NFT if I wanted to.
I'd buy it. I'll buy it from you.
Oh, okay. Well,
you know how rare that thing is.
Our first goal on Patreon when I eventually start that
sell the NFT
is the NFT of the Mesa Bar Night photo.
You sell that baby right now. Oh,
and God. Then we went to what was it? Applebee's.
I can't remember.
What was La Mesa Bar Night Part 2?
Yeah. Part 2 was Applebee's for sure.
Part 2 was Applebee's because Victor hyped it the fuck up.
And
Victor was
Applebee's, can we be honest?
What?
Applebee's is low tier trash.
Applebee's is trash.
Is low tier trash. It's
terrible.
Everyone hypes it up for the appetizers. The appetizers are easily like okay at best. They're not exploding your mind. The only reason why you think it's so good because it's the best food there. That's the only reason why people hype it up so much.
No, I'm gonna say it. There's not a single positive thing about Applebee's. There's nothing good at Applebee's. Not a single.
Their dollar drinks aren't good.
No. All right. So anyhow, La Mesa Bar Night Part 2 was Victor hyping up these $4 drinks or whatever the fuck at Applebee's. He's like, oh, these Halloween drinks, they're the best. They're the best. I spent like $400 at Applebee's last night just for these drinks. And we went there, and not only did they, A, not have the Halloween drinks, but B, the drinks sucked.
Yeah, they're not good. They're juice at best with a little bit of kick.
So the only thing I truly remember about La Mesa Bar Night Part 2 is that you and me were so disappointed that we just went home, and everyone else just went to Stevens.
I was like, yeah, I think I'm good. I'm going to head home.
Yeah, this sucks.
What was Part 3?
Part 3 was...
I was there for that.
You were not there for La Mesa Bar Night Part 3, but... it was... oh, God, what was it? There was... Colton's mentioned it. Probably... I don't know if he's mentioned it to you. But there was this place, I can't even remember where now, but it had like these jumbo, like spicy jumbo wings. And these wings were huge. When I mean jumbo, I'm not talking like
jumbo shrimp huge.
Like they were absolutely massive how big these spicy wings are. You're going to have to ask Colton about it, but it was good. It was great. And I also kept saying something pretty stupid. I had another catchphrase besides La Mesa Bar Night that night, but I took a photo of Victor and Colton and just titled it like La Mesa Bar Night Part 3. Actually, every La Mesa Bar Night but Part 1 has like a subtitle. Like there was La Mesa Bar Night Part 1, then La Mesa Bar Night Part 2. Tomorrow is yesterday, And then,
like a James Bond film.
Oh yeah, and then La Mesa Bar Night Part 3, Left for La Mesa.
Jesus.
Oh my goodness.
That's so dumb.
It's
so
like
dumb.
it's like
and La Mesa Bar Night Part 4, No Time for Tomorrow.
Very well. Now we gotta go to La Mesa. We gotta round out. Yeah, we gotta round out the series.
It's a new annual trilogy, or it's a new annual series coming out on Xbox. La Mesa Bar Night.
I have a trend on Snapchat. I don't know if you've noticed, but it started back in junior year of high school.
Okay, let's hear it.
Where I just kind of movie title, like basic shit.
Right, yeah, the Tims.
You know, Tim Wars. Fuck yeah, dude.
I wish I was part of the Tim Wars, but I wasn't.
You were part of Tim Wars.
Which one?
You were part of the new trilogy, remember?
I don't remember it.
You came in and
pictures up. So viewers can see it.
I might post the La Mesa Bar Night one, maybe part 2 and 3 if I can find it. But they're buried. Tim Wars is buried in my Snapchat memories. Yeah. I don't know where they are. And I have too many.
They're a relic, waiting to be found.
Every once in a while, one will pop up in my memories thing. Like, oh, remember this from 500 years ago today? One of those will pop up and shit. Yeah. I did that once. That was pretty funny.
I do remember.
Or Ames Trip. You remember the Ames Trip series?
No, I don't think so. I didn't go to Ames. So I wasn't part of the Ames Trip series.
You know, you weren't personally part of it, but I remember posting Ames Trip. What was Ames Trip? Fuck. Now I gotta activate my mega mind brain to remember what Ames Trip Part 2 and 3 was.
God.
I just remember that there was one time I was in Ames for a choir concert for my sister, and I took a picture and put the filter I'm in Ames, whatever. And I just called it Ames Trip Part 2.5, Ames over easy or some shit.
Over easy.
I don't know. If you need someone to come up with stupid subtitles for your B-listed movie, please call me. I'm the man. I'm so good at coming up with stupid titles for stupid things that don't deserve it.
I should hire you for my Let's Play videos. I always struggle coming up for names for them. I don't know what it is. I'm just I gotta make it funny, and that's where I struggle with it. But
I remember.
Easy.
Oh my god! It was Ames Trip Part 1, then Ames Trip Part 2. Ames gonna give it to you, and then Ames Trip Part.
Yeah.
Ames Trip
Part. Give it to you. He's gonna give it to
you. And then Ames Trip Part
Everybody.
3.
Everybody. Oh.
Ames Trip Part 3 was this time it's personal or some stupid shit because that was the least amount of people that went.
This time. Oh man, that kills me.
I can't remember if there was a Part 4 or not. I don't remember. Someone will probably correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. What do you remember though?
Remember that one time where you got me in trouble with the vice principal?
Vice president
for smoking with my thumbs.
No, you should rephrase that. The time I almost got you in trouble.
Yes, almost.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right. So this was when Snapchat's cuts. You could take a photo and just smear your finger over something and make a cutout.
And it was brand new.
Yeah, this was brand new. So it didn't work properly. But I had
it either worked too well, or it didn't work at all. That was
in between. No in between. And so I quickly cobbled together a picture of a unlit cigarette and put it in my little thing of cutouts you can do. And I said, "Hey Christian, put your thumbs together against your lips like this." And he did it, and I took a picture of it, and I put that cigarette right there. I was like, hey, Nicky.
Mr. Nickerson.
Check this out. Yeah, check this out, Mr. Nicky. Mr. Nickerson. I actually saw him 2 days ago, believe it or not. But He's like, look at this.
That's a cool guy.
Yeah, he is. I showed him. He goes, what is this? And I'm like, that's Christian smoking with his thumbs.
And he believed it.
He believed it.
He was like, wait, what?
And then
because there was a picture in the lunch hall room. We were waiting for lunch, and then he was just like happened to be walking by, and he showed him. He's like, "Wait, you actually did that?" Oh my goodness, that's what. Honestly, I think we had the most fun in high school. Like surprisingly enough, we had a lot of classes together.
Yeah, we did have a lot of classes.
Senior year. I was truly amazed, especially with English class.
Oh God!
So many stories in that class.
Yeah,
literally, like the first week we sat together, and the teacher got so upset.
Hold on. Before you say anything, shout out to Afton for just straight up bailing on that class.
Yeah,
thanks.
What the heck, dude?
Thanks,
I forgot about that.
Thanks.
He was in that class the first day, and then he's like, "Yeah, I'm not doing this." Forgot about
this.
That.
Could have been like the greatest trio ever, but no, it had to be a duo.
Terrible. That would have been terrible, dude.
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just had to mention that part.
But yeah, so like the first week of class, we sat together, and the teacher was like, this isn't happening, because we were like pretty rambunctious. Why not? Of course. So she moved Ryan to the other side of the class. And the next day I told Ryan, I'm like, hey, every day, just move over one seat.
One seat.
Every single day. So every day he would move over one seat every single day and just slowly move over. And it got to the point where he was sitting like 2 seats away from me. And like she would come over and be like, oh, Christian, what are you working on? Blah, blah, and ask the questions. And Ryan would be like stone cold. He'd be like, oh, God. And it got to him sitting right next to me. And then she said, wait a minute. You're not supposed to be over there.
Oh my God. I could have probably did it again if I gave it like a week.
100%. 100%.
Probably
she almost sent you to the principal's office for saying ray gun too.
Yeah, okay, but I also was doing vocabulary as a senior in high school. Do you think I want to pay attention in class?
No. That's why I used a bunch of stupid words.
Oh my God. I remember like
hillipilification.
We had government before that class, and government was both the best and worst class ever.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't Cuntley's class, but it also, like, I wasn't smart enough to understand government, so...
Well, the good thing is she let you write all the notes on the test.
That is true.
Like the week before. Unlike single page, so it'd be like it can only be one-sided pages, and I was like,
except
right, I'm gonna write the answers.
You would write down like the whole fucking book.
Oh yeah,
on one page.
Oh yeah, dude. I was like, if I have a chance to get on, I mean, I was learning. It's just a crafty trick to be like, oh yeah, you're actually studying. Gotcha. But I'm just like, I'm gonna ace this thing. I'm gonna get 100%. You know what?
You had all of chapter 12, chapter 13, 14. You had the table of contents all on one piece of fucking paper.
She would give you the answer key to the test like the week before, and you're like, I'm going to write all this down. Whatever. I'm not going to take my chances.
That was also the same class where Jeff tried to invite me on his failed cabin trip.
I thought I didn't go on that cabin trip, but I thought it went well.
I didn't either, but I saw a picture in Dome of all the gang there. And by all the gang, I mean like Victor and Colton and nobody the fuck else, because nobody else went.
I know. I wish I could have gone, honestly. I think I was...
Be glad you didn't.
No, I mean, I like Jeff a lot. He's a really good guy. I like him. I
like Jeff too. I haven't heard from him in ages. What does he do now?
He actually watches the podcast.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
That's wild. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff, how you doing? But no, I mean, I remember him asking me, and I'm just like, dang it, dude, why you gotta ask me that when I'm going? Because I used to go to a camp and work the week, the summer. And it was like that weekend I was getting prepped to leave for the summer and be gone for 3 months and not talk to anyone. So it's like, it was really cruddy timeline. He actually does D&D, and he dungeon mastered some games for us, and he did a really good job.
Oh yeah, I liked Super Jeff's dungeon mastery. Like, I like his take on it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it a lot. I would definitely play another Dungeons and Dragons with Jeff, just because he was just
Jeff.
that good.
Yo,
what?
Jeff, if you hear,
yeah,
put down in
Jeff,
the comments.
please call me, and by that I mean don't call me. Please
You can call
actually
me,
send
Jeff.
me an email or text message. And be like,
Email? What are you gonna?
yeah,
You can
email.
fax me, Jeff. Jeff, send pigeon mail.
Jeff, can you please send a telegram? Like, please.
Send a candygram, Jeff. If you
There
are
goes
watching,
my dog barking. Why is my dog barking? Hey,
Jeff,
unbark.
if you are watching, send a candygram to the comments saying I will D&D or I'll dungeon master any game. Please send a candygram.
What is my dog barking at?
Cats are barking in the background.
Hey, I'm doing a show here. I'm doing a show here. Shut up, sons of bitches.
It's not a show if you don't have disruptions.
Yeah, well, this isn't PKA where I can just like put my headset down for 45 minutes and then come back like an hour later. Like, what I miss, guys?
Jesus.
Shout out to Taylor.
Such a messy. I haven't watched much PKA. I don't think I've watched any at all, actually.
Okay, here's my problem. I can't watch PKA because they are, well, okay. They don't have a structured like episode format, which I'm fine with. I don't care. I like podcasts that are more conversation like and just kind of jump from topic to topic. They don't talk about one thing for 2 hours and I'm bored as hell. But they also go on for like 5 hours, which I cannot sit down for 5 hours.
Those VODs, or not VODs, but those videos, and they look scary because they're like 4 hours, 5 hours. I'm like, dude. I mean, I like 2 hours at most. I think 3 hours is kind of cutting it, where it's like 3 hours of just listening to the same thing is tough. I think after that mark, it's kind of me going, all right, I need something new. Please. I'll come back to it.
Oh, yeah. Agreed. But speaking of Dungeons and Dragons, do you remember when I tried to host? I mean, it's not saying that mine failed, but it did fail. But do you remember when I tried to host?
I think it was around that time. Like, when did we do that? I'm trying to remember. When we did. Yeah, when did we do it?
Like, what day or what time?
No. Like, what time of the year did we do it? Was it like early 2020? It had to be. Or is it early 2019? It wasn't early 2019.
Wait.
I'm trying to remember.
I am trying to remember when that happened.
I can't remember exactly because I'm struggling, man. I'm struggling. I'm trying
to remember if I was single or not. That's my determining factor. If I can narrow down the date from there. I think
you did besides that, you did such a good job, in my opinion. Like, I've seen some DMs kind of like go willy-nilly, and it's like, you did such a good job, like laying out the background, the story, getting us involved. It was just super good, honestly.
I had a lot written down, but at the same time, I had like nothing written down because I knew from the get-go, like, I could write down the most straightforward story to date, and we could do it. And I know because it's Dungeons and Dragons, none of it matters.
Yeah, it's not.
So I only wrote story beats and character descriptions.
I loved it,
and I tried my best to act. I
bought. You know what was funny? The last session, I was like, you know what? I even told you guys, I'm like, I'm gonna buy some dice, like my own dice, to use, so I don't have to like use other people's. And I thought to myself, I'm like, you know what? When I buy these, we're probably not gonna do this again. And literally, we're like, yeah, we're not doing this again.
Well, it's not my fault. Well, you know why we never did one again, right?
We didn't have a lot of people that were that had the time to do it, which kind of sucked, but I understand.
I understand too, but at the same time, like, how it all like came to be, like, it wasn't like everyone just saying like, oh yeah, well, I mean, we're gonna be kind of busy, school's starting back up and whatnot, so can't do it. They all just like an hour before the third session were just like, I'm not showing up. Like, what? I just bought all this shit for you guys to show up. They're like, yeah, we're not showing up.
I bought all those Swedish fish. I bought a big bag of Swedish fish.
I bought like
good.
30, not 30, like $25 worth of stuff. Like like a case of drinks, 2 bags of chips, some other crap. I think I brought some like peanut butter wafers and the peanut butter cream pie things, which are super great.
Yeah.
And everyone was just like, we're not showing up. I'm like, I'm literally leaving the store right now. You guys could not have told me this earlier.
Yeah,
you fucking me?
You like a week earlier, like the few days before.
I know. That's what really pissed me off. I think that's why I never really wanted to do it again. And
I would. Oh, sorry. Go.
A, because they did that, but B, because I know realistically, I don't think anyone besides Mitch and maybe Victor on a good day would be any bit interested in doing this. A interested, and B, have the time.
Yeah, I mean, we can't just do hour sessions. It's definitely like a big like time commitment during the day.
True. But I'm so sad because I worked so hard on that campaign.
I know. I put so much time into it.
I put so much
detail
and like I wrote side quests that no one ever did, and I was very upset by that. But you know, when you dungeon master, if you write something, you put a lot of detail in it, and it doesn't happen, that's fine. You always come back to it later because that's what I kind of imagined. All I really cared about was like the story beats. I didn't really care much about the actual side quest shit. I just wrote it just in case.
Yeah, we had quite a bit of story left to do too, right?
You guys weren't even halfway through it. You guys were like probably 25%. Like,
that's crazy.
Dead ass.
That's so much.
But like, God, I just like, I feel like it's so upsetting. Not like, oh man, I'm so pissed off at them that we never did it. I'm just like, oh man, I really wish you guys could have fucking stuck with it to see the story, because I worked
it was immensely hard to be a really good story. I was feeling it was so good. Oh
yeah.
Now I miss it, man. What the heck?
Well, if you want, I actually was like thinking about this. I could like spill the beans.
Spill some red beans
on the whole thing.
Kidney beans, my guy. Spill it.
Well, okay. While in between the time like when we initially stopped and we were thinking about picking it back up, I actually did write a sequel to it because I was that invested. But basically, as you guys know, as everyone else is now finding out, the story starts off. All our characters are already dead. They're already dead.
It was all a dream.
No, it was not all a dream. Y'all died. Shit. Never mind. Then everyone met the demon Salazar, who
we all hated.
Everyone hated Sal. I don't even remember how to do Salazar's voice anymore. It's been that long.
Yes, you do. Once you drink some Fireball, you'll know.
That's not Salazar. That's Husk.
Oh, sorry. That's right. I loved Husky, baby.
Yeah, I know you loved Husky. Anyhow, Salazar basically says like, this is your guys' second time doing this. You guys failed again, per usual. Nice job, you fucking maroons.
Now we gotta kill you.
Exactly. And Salazar's just like, all right, I'll give you a third chance, but if you die this time, you're dead for real. No revives, no Juggernog, no nothing. All right.
No quick reload.
No nothing.
You can't get that.
No speed cola.
No, none of it.
So our heroes wake up in this desolate town that I can't remember the name of in any capacity. I just remember the spot next to this town was called the Hidden Valley, and
the Hidden Valley Ranch, baby.
Someone grabbed the paper and just put ranch underneath it.
I think that was me. I think that was me.
I wanted to say it was Colton, but Colton never showed up. So I was just like, who the fuck put ranch underneath it?
I think it was definitely me. That's ranch, baby. That's ranch.
But so they wake up, they meet a deputy and a sheriff, and this deputy and their sheriff are like, hey, we found you guys pretty battered and bruised out in Hidden Valley Ranch Valley. and we healed
right
you.
next to Thousand Island.
Oh God! Can you go get basically like? Can you pay off your hospital bill essentially? And they go to Hidden Valley. They find some goblin that's worth a butt ton of money, and is also, I believe, either part rapper or part DJ. I can't remember which one
His
he
name
was.
is Parappa.
Is not Parapper.
Parappa the rapper.
I don't remember what his stupid name was.
I don't remember his name was either.
But along the way, they meet Husk, and Husk is probably my favorite. Honest to God, probably my favorite character that I've ever written.
You method acted Husk.
I'd method acted Husk. I method acted Excalibur. I know I did Salzar, but I don't remember how I did Salzar. That's the problem. I only remember how to do Husk and Excalibur.
Yeah, Excalibur I was not a big fan of.
Everyone hated Excalibur.
Yeah.
That's great because I knew my writing was doing great. But Husk was a bit of a drunk, a bit of an angry guy.
Mitch hated Excalibur so much he wanted to nuke a city.
Oh my God! You guys spent an hour on what I thought was like a 10-minute decision.
Like, we nuke the city.
We can nuke the city.
I'm like, but why? Why are we nuking?
Anyhow,
that's the beauty of D&D, though. You think these decisions, but then again, they're like, oh, they feel so heavily weighted.
That's why I only write story beats, because I need to change the story on the fly. Like, what if these morons actually do nuke this city that I didn't think would actually happen?
Then what happens?
Now I have to plan the rest of the story changing. Or what if they just kill the 2 deputies at the beginning? Well, there's a contingency plan for that. I got that all planned out too. What if they just don't show up? What if they just leave? Well, got that planned out too. I had to plan every single scenario out and have a consequence. And it was so detailed because I had it all written down well, not written down, but like thought out of like, how would these characters react to being told like, oh, okay, we'll be back with the money, bails out. And then when they
the money.
and then when they come back, when they eventually do come back, which they will, how would they react? Or how would Vito react to being betrayed? Vito is a manticore, by the way. How would Vito react to being betrayed midway through the campaign? Or
I don't think we met Vito.
You guys met Vito.
Maybe we met Vito. I don't remember. Don't remember at all.
Anyhow,
it was pretty long ago.
It was a very long time ago. The story continues. What's supposed to happen is that our characters claim this bounty, come home, pay off their debt to these two, this sheriff and this deputy, and are instructed to head south because that's where Husk is going to set up his new shop. And Husk becomes a party member.
Yeah.
And the alcoholic. We love him. We love him so. Every time Husk was on set, you guys knew because the fireball came out, and I would just start swigging.
And once that fireball clinked to the table, we're like, "Oh, here we go! Time to do stuff."
I think what was great is that Husk was the one of 2 characters I wrote that could heal himself via alcohol.
Yeah.
It was pretty perfect.
He would never die, man. He missed so many attacks. He never landed, I don't think, a single attack. If he did, it would just hit like armor or anything, so it didn't do any damage.
He
drink his problems away.
He was essentially the guy in your Left 4 Dead campaign that would either be 400 feet in front of you or 400 feet behind you, and would just go down.
Be like, hey,
I'm down.
Can I get a revive, please? I fell off this cliff and I'm hanging.
That's Husk.
Oh,
but
man. I want to play Left 4 Dead. What the heck, man? Thanks.
You got it. No problem. So your team can hate you in versus no matter what.
God, you bring this up every time and I hate it.
Because you literally got so mad you left the voice call, changed your name to My Team Hates Me in Left 4 Dead, and I didn't hear from you for like 2 days.
You got the A team came out and literally sprinted to the end, and I got the team that was just like, "Oh, we're playing? Oh, I didn't know.
One of the bots was AFK.
Wait, one of the bots was like, "Hey, man, I'm not going." It was on amateur difficulty, basically.
Dude, essentially, I definitely had the A team in that game. I don't know what it was about my bots that they were just like.
No, I wish I could know. I wish I knew. Script codes, baby. That's what you're using.
That was you caught me. I'm a Dead by Daylight player. I cheat and hack.
I gotcha.
Anyhow, these characters went south. They met Vito, who was a manticore pimp, essentially, in a succubus bar. That was pretty baller. And they was basically told, like, hey, there's this guy that owes me collection money. But all my scouts are too afraid to go up there because he has a bunch of rogue robots and shit that just fucking attack anyone on sight. Can you go up there and just get it for us? The party can either decide no or sure. And I did have a backup plan for if you fuckers said no, but because you guys had Mitch, you guys said yes to anything.
That's true. We're like, yeah, let's do it. Why not?
By the way, I think I should say this out like now. Mitch's character couldn't talk. Like he was a what's it called?
I remember that. A monk.
He was a monk that swore a vow of like silence or whatever the hell. I can't remember. Yeah. And he would write down everything, but it got to the point where like he verbally said like what his character was saying. We would make him say, I write it down, and then what he was gonna say.
Like, I say this, and we're all like, you
how could you talk, stupid?
And he's like, I write this down.
Oh God. Or what was Victor's character's name? It was like Long John Dickweed. That's what it was.
Yeah, it was Long John Dickweed. You probably saw the papers around somewhere.
I do actually. The binder is actually. Oh my God! You want me to get the binder?
Let's read them off. Come on.
All right, I'm getting the binder. Come on, boys. Let's
get a word from our sponsors. No.
Yeah, take a word from our sponsors.
We gotta hear the names.
Hold on, I gotta walk over here and I'm gonna grab my charger real fast first too because my phone's at 65. Welcome to my bedroom tour right now. World Star,
give us a bedroom tour.
Hey, speaking of weird things, totally off topic while I'm grabbing this. Did you hear Keemstar retired?
Thank God.
That's what I'm saying.
God. He's the scum of the earth. He can't change my mind.
Sorry, Keemstar, but take a break from the internet for a couple of years. We'll see you in two.
You are not Wayward Weekly endorsed. So.
Oh, well. I hate to say it, but our next week's guest is actually Daniel Keem.
Shoot, we gotta get a new guest because he retired.
Damn. He's actually going to be the third star of the show.
Yeah, actually.
He's replacing you, Christian.
Tonight. He's here tonight.
He's actually Craig.
Yeah. Oh.
All right.
Now recording.
I got the binder right here. Okay.
I need it.
Lilith Garden Village is where you guys started.
Okay. Respectable.
And then you guys went to the Jaded Pass. And then the village was actually called Hidden Valley Village, but you wrote Ranch.
Yeah, scratched out Ranch. Or Village. Wrote Ranch.
And then it would go to the Redwood Forest, and then the Castle of New Albion, and someone wrote New in front of New, so it's just Castle of New Albion.
New Albion. It wasn't just new. It was
followed by the Unexplored Caves, the Lost Dragon Mountain, and then Mountain's Edge, which would eventually lead into the Forbidden Forest in the middle.
Dang, man.
I don't know whose character this is.
Read it off. I can guess.
Brian the Wretch or something? Wretched?
What? Was that Jason's?
I think that might actually be Jason's.
Because Jason had leprosy.
No, actually, hold on.
He had disease.
Wait. Yeah, wasn't Jason's character like crippled or stupid?
He had diseases, and he also asked to use everyone's bathroom.
Oh yeah, he had a thing for shitting in everyone's toilet. That's right.
It was pretty funny. Dang it.
Found it. Victor. He even wrote his name on the side. Long John Dickweed.
Yep, there it is. There it is. I'm glad you couldn't forget it.
He has a strength of 6, perception of 3, endurance of 4, and an intelligence of 1, in case you were wondering.
If you want to cosplay as Long John Dickweed, that is your...
The cosplay of Long John Dickweed, let's see here. I got his armor right here. Where is it? He has 443 gold.
Oh, dang! He was rolling in it.
He also says he has Mexican armor.
What?
I don't know what that means, but we'll go with it. Who is this?
Read it off, baby.
It's like Eric the Red or some shit.
Eric the Red.
It could be Irwin's.
Was that? Yeah, that was Christian's, I think.
Oh, well. Was Irwin... Wait. Oh, no, this is Mitch's, because he's got the backstory written on the back. Okay.
Oh, he was Eric the Red?
I might be pronouncing his name wrong, but...
Eric.
It's E-R-I-K.
Yeah, that's Eric.
Okay, I'm not crazy. Yeah, Mitch went into detail, which I appreciate, because I was actually going to use his backstory in the, what was it called? Unexplored Caves. Which, when I get back to my little synopsis about the story... Oh, shit, I'm dropping everything.
Stop it.
I don't know how to pronounce this one, but they're a dwarf. I'm assuming this is your character.
That's me.
How do you spell it? I don't even... Arcdrell Storum?
I used a random name, didn't I? Dang it.
Yeah, I don't remember what you did.
Actriel.
Thank you. There's no way I was going to pronounce that. All right, get back in there, you fucking slut. Get back in there. Get back in there. Get back in there. Get back in there.
Trying to put the podcast here.
Trying to put the paper. This thing's dusty as hell, so this has been sitting here for a long time.
There for a minute.
Anyhow, where was I? Oh yeah. Now that I got the map here, someone wrote Lamau on the back of the map. What the fuck?
Lamau.
Someone just wrote Lamau.
Yeah, baby. Lamau.
Anyhow,
the real man of class, right there. I'll tell you.
Exactly. So you guys went to Hidden Valley Ranch Village, as it says. Met Manticore, and he was like, "Hey, go get my shit." So you go to the Redwood Forest, and you actually meet a scientist. I can't remember the name of now because I don't have the docs.
His name was Deez.
Nah, there's no Deez. Deez fucking stupid. But you meet there, and then you fight probably what was going to be like one of the 3 hardest bosses, Pivot, who you guys made a companion, which was possible. And
that we didn't use at all until we tried to nuke.
Well, yeah, that is true. Pivot came in pretty handy. So anyhow, defeat Pivot. You can either kill her or keep her as a companion. You guys kept her. And then you guys went to the castle of New Albion. And there's a war going on in New Albion between a bunch of demons that have been exiled from hell, led by Excalibur, who has been kicked out of hell so many fucking times. They basically have him on like a no-fly list down there.
And he watches so much Scrubs, he's become so demented.
Yeah. But now he's just tormenting the living and taking things just for funsies, because he's bored after billions of years of hanging out in the mortal realm. And the king of New Albion, that I can't remember the name of, but I just remember he had a Russian bodyguard that was super strong, and Mitch was like, "What's he lift? Like, what's his workout routine?" Like, they didn't actually. I was just fucking kidding.
I didn't. I was like, did you say that?
How many times a day does he lift? What's his max?
What's his max? Is his max? Is it keto? Is that keto?
Oh shit. No, but basically, he is an idiot. The king is an idiot, and the guy that's trying to take over is an asshole. So the whole thing is like, oh, do we give it to the guy that's an idiot, or do we give it to the asshole? And I don't remember how nuking the city got involved.
So no one can have it.
Oh yeah, you guys went for the third option. Pivot blows herself up with her nuclear core.
And we lose one of the best party members that would help us out. We're like, let's nuke the city.
Nuke the city. We never came to a conclusion on that decision because you guys spent the entire session time talking if nuking the city because you didn't like both political leaders was a viable option. That's like if in the 2016 election we said blow up the White House because we didn't like Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton. Hey, it's literally the same.
Let's nuke it, baby. We don't need it.
But this is where we chart into unknown territory. I've literally told no one about this.
Oh, here we go. The beans are being spilled.
The next session would take place in the unexplored caves, where each and every single character would have seen a vision of their past, present, or future in a sort of nightmarish way. I did want to spice in some comedy. Mitch was supposed to see his like old grandmaster, but he's like twisted into like in this like, oh, I was never proud of you to begin with, like you're a failure, yada yada. And your character would have seen like their past and how they were judged by their village. I wanted Husk to see like a Denny's that was just hanging out in there, or an IHOP or whatever, just something like absolutely stupid that they all go into, and it's just like a perfectly good like. Oh no, it was a Waffle House. I wanted there to be like a perfectly functional Waffle House just in the middle of these unexplored caves.
That's gross. That's right. Hey, there's a Waffle House over here, guys. What is that? I would have quit.
Dude, there's a Waffle House. Like, when you don't expect it, there's a Waffle House just open, perfectly functional.
Single one, like each one deadlier than the last. So by the end, it's just like, oh my god, there's guns in there.
I feel like Waffle House, baby. I feel like I need to go to a Waffle House armed. It's that bad.
Honestly, I was just recently at a Waffle House when we went to Colorado, and it was very weird. Was
it like weird. Tame? Or
it was
like
tame.
Bad?
Yeah, it was
tamed?
Yeah, I've heard horror stories, and I've been to one Waffle House before, and I've never seen anything crazy. Obviously, I went there during the light, so there's not.
Oh yeah, if you go there and it's sunny out, like it's still weird.
You're not going to Waffle House,
but you're gonna survive.
Yeah, you're not gonna. I've just heard so many crazy things at Waffle House, man.
I've been to a Waffle House once, and there were definitely like some crack people in there, but they were like, it was daylight, so if they started tweaking, they knew they were going to jail. So they were waiting for like nighttime to show up so they could start tweaking at the Waffle House.
Breakfast too, man. Everyone needs some breakfast. Waffle House food is pretty good. Not gonna lie.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Are you dissing with Waffle House right now?
Yeah,
I will leave this podcast right now.
All right, thanks. Daniel Keem, welcome to the show.
Daniel Keem, welcome to the show. I'm leaving.
Oh, God. But anyhow, so the unexplored caves. Oh, yeah, shoot. I totally forgot a major plot point. Every, like, major character has a key to this treasure in the Forbidden Forest. And this is the keys to life. The campaign is called like the keys of life. And so the sheriff's / deputy has one, the Manticore Vito has one, and depending on who you side with in New Albion, either the king has one as a thank you, or Excalibur gives it to you as like a thank you because he doesn't know what it goes to and he doesn't care. Sort of thing.
You don't find that out until like later on.
I mean, like, you have to collect the keys. You just don't know why. Like,
when you hear keys, you're like, I'm in, baby. I want those keys.
Exactly. So everyone has given you these keys. Three separate times you have been just handed these keys on a whim because they have them and it's an offering and you guys take it because you just know you need it. However, when you get to Lost Dragon Mountain, there are 4 dragons total. 3 younger ones and 1 grand grand elder, which if you don't know what grand elder is, it's at least in my campaign the oldest possible dragon. And
Whoa.
These guys are essentially endangered. They're the last 4, if I didn't say that already. I can't remember. And this granddaddy dragon doesn't exactly have like a quest for you, but he has the key, and he's the first person to say, no, you cannot have the key. The keys are way too dangerous for anyone to just have. Yeah, this is the first time, the first hint that something with these keys is no bueno. So you have kind of 2 options. There are people at Mountain's Edge that you can meet that are willing to help you fight the dragon if you can convince them. The party themselves can fight the old dragon. Or alternatively, if someone had high enough charisma, and I'm talking like maxed the fuck out, and like a natural 20 roll charisma, they could convince the dragon to give them the key.
He's like, hey, can you just give me a key, please? Like, please, man.
God, I can only imagine who would have like rolled that natural 20 and had high enough charisma for it, and they'd just be like, yo, can we just like take it, man?
He's like, oh,
he's
yeah,
like,
sure.
oh yeah, okay, yeah, sure, man.
Why didn't you ask?
Shit,
you should have asked. What do you mean? We didn't have to fight.
While those are the 3 like big ones, there are other ways to get the key. Obviously, you guys could have just waited until nighttime and stolen it, or you guys could have threatened him, or you could have just lied. There was so many possible ways to get this key from this dragon. And now, finally, you guys can go to the Forbidden Forest. Now that you have all 4 keys, all the Chaos Emeralds, you can finally play the supersonic stage. So, you go to the Forbidden Forest, and this is the first time in the campaign where you fight like wild animals as the primary enemy, instead of just like goblins and fairies and weird demon creatures. And it's not supposed to be anything crazy, but in the middle of the forest is a metal tomb, and inside is an elevator. That is a giant metal elevator that goes down. And the elevator ride is a total of 2 minutes long. It's just constant going down.
It's moving.
For 2 minutes. Yeah. And underground is this giant facility that is just really, really high tech. Now, in this world, technology exists. Obviously, Pivot exists. She's a walking, talking, intelligent AI. But this is like alien future tech shit. Shit that it should not be
type
possible.
Type stuff.
Yeah. And it's empty. There are absolutely no enemies here. Nothing. And it's a huge area too. And you eventually come across a door that needs 2 key cards. One of these key cards is relatively easy to find. It's on the path to this door. The other key card is in a room that is just stocked
full of liquors.
Full of liquor just for Husk.
Yep. No,
anyways,
liquors. Like,
liquors. I thought you said liquor. Oh well, all the same to me, if you ask me.
both the same, pretty much.
Pretty much the same. I drank to both of them.
What's the difference?
Both of them killed me in my campaign against Mr. X.
Woof.
But you find in this room is just stocked to the brim of just dead bodies, just dead human bodies, all the way to the roof. And the roof is relatively high up. Like, I'm talking like 6 stories tall, 6-7 stories tall. Just dead bodies. And you have two options. You can either A, search through these bodies for the key card, or B, leave and try to find the other key card in case you guys missed it because it's in a drawer in an office somewhere. And when you guys eventually come back to the room of dead bodies, they're all gone. And there's the key card in the middle where they used to be.
There, just chilling.
Just chilling. So you eventually, when you get both key cards and you open the door, bam, there's the chest of life that you guys have been searching for with these keys, and then you get the keys in there, you turn it, and you open the box, and there's a puff of dust that goes into a vent, and there's nothing in it. Absolutely nothing in it.
It's gone.
Yeah, basically. However, sorry, I itched my ear. However, it's at this point that you guys start hearing sounds throughout the facility. And this is when an entirely new enemy gets introduced. This is the 50% mark. This is the halfway point of the campaign.
Jesus.
And this new enemy is called the Plague. And it is basically undead variations of enemies you fought before. Now, it starts off pretty simple with the undead humans. These things are essentially glass cannons. Almost all of them are essentially glass cannons. And while they can be taken down with relative ease, every single time you kill a plagued enemy, it rolls a d20 dice, and if it rolls 10 or higher, it gets back up with half its health. Just instantly. Yeah. And every single plagued enemy can do that, even bosses. That's how I wrote them. So now, there's a new problem. You get out of the Forbidden Forest, and now the Forbidden Forest becomes the Plagued Lands. And this is where the party needs to make a choice. There are four major...
We nuke the forest.
We nuke the forest. There are four major... Also, I also made this another kind of like subtle thing. I don't know if you remember what the map looks like, but it's a play off. It's a play off of the Umbrella logo, which is a giant hint of what's inside of the Forbidden Forest the whole time.
Ew.
Yeah. So the only hints is that the Forbidden Forest itself, it's weird, it's not natural. The dragons before the Forbidden Forest, and the map itself, which is a reference to the Umbrella logo, which, if anyone's played Resident Evil, shall know what that should mean.
It's never good.
It's never good.
You never think good things when you see that logo.
Exactly. So when they come out of the Forbidden Forest and becomes the Plague Lands, the party needs to make a decision. There are four major areas to keep in mind. Lilith Garden Village, Hidden Valley Ranch Village, Castle New Albion, and the Lost Dragon Mountain. All four of them are under besieged by these new plague-typed enemies. And all four of them must be resecured, and they need to all team up to fight this new enemy. This is where things get interesting. If you killed the dragon at Lost Dragon Mountain, he now is a plague dragon, and now harasses you guys constantly when you go to every single village. If you guys betrayed the deputy and the sheriff at Lilith Garden Village, they are underprepared, and they cannot reinvest the money that you got them into defenses, so it's already wiped out. It's already gone.
So the things you did in the story early on, if you did them good, then they're prepared enough to hold them back.
Pretty much.
That's what you're saying.
In Hidden Valley, there's two ways. Either A, you can betray Vito, or kill Pivot. If you betray Vito but kill Pivot, the village will be fine. However, if you don't betray Vito, wait, hold on, I think I just said that backwards. If you betray Vito but kill Vivid, the village will be fine. But if you don't betray Vito I'm fucking stupid. All right, please forgive me. It's 9 p.m.
You're good. You're good. We've been going for a bit, so you're good.
If Pivot dies, the village dies. There we go.
There we go.
Castle New Albion is the only one where, no matter which one you choose, it'll be fine. If you choose Excalibur, though, if you let Excalibur have it, then obviously you'll be supported by demons. But if you give it to the king will support you, and it's also possible to get Excaliburs to support you. So if you play your cards right, you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different factions. Potentially
all behind you, basically.
Yeah, potentially 6 if you met the people at Mountain's Edge or not. All to converge on these plagued enemies.
And this is one big war.
Yeah, essentially. And I put a lot of detail in plagued enemies. Like the plague dragon boss in particular. I remember saying in the back of my head, please don't kill this dragon, but at the same time, please kill this dragon, because
so
the plagued dragon is going to be such a kick in the balls to these idiots for not investing into like sneak or charisma or whatever the fuck to get it peacefully. It's going to be so great.
Man, I wish we could have played it.
Anyhow, so the doctor that you actually met that you got Pivot from is like, hey, I made it. Oh, by the way, you remember that gun he gives you that only kills dead skin?
Yeah.
Yeah, literally insta-kill to all these things. It is a gun that is absolutely useless until the second half of the campaign.
Well, I mean, that's pretty important, though. You have something that works at least.
Yeah. But he makes a bomb that essentially is just like, hey, this is basically the gun that I made, but in a bomb form. And you have to go back into the heart where you fight a boss that I wrote called the Abomination, that is just a huge conglomeration of the Plague Dragon, and it would just be like the Plague Dragon from just a dead body of a dragon from years ago. Plague goblins, plague humans, plague everything. It's just this huge boss that you'd have to fight, and then you kill it, plant the bomb, it blows up, it covers the whole map, and it kills the plague off, essentially. And that would be the end of the campaign. But obviously this is a very shortened version of it, where
there'd be much more to it.
There would be so much more to it. So much more to it. But I just wanted to get a summarized version out there. And
maybe someday. Maybe someday.
I even wrote a sequel. I wrote a sequel to this to be a successor.
Or you could call it a squeakquel.
It's not a squeakquel. I wrote a sequel where they would go down south of the original map, and there would be this community. It would start off at the top right in a foresty area, and they would go towards the middle of the map this time, instead of working their way around and then go into the middle. And it's believed they're oppressed by these like gates to the world of hell. And so you open what you believe to be like gates to heaven, like, okay, let these angels in, why not? But instead, they weren't gates to heaven, they were gates to areas of heaven/hell, purgatory if you would want to say, that were keeping these 3 super demons from getting out. I think I named them like...
You just let them out, you're like, here you go!
What was their names? Val, Velvet, and Valentino were their names. And these were all be 3 major demons that you could either kill or befriend or, take back into prison, so to say.
Yeah.
And the final boss would be like... And then it would also bring back, obviously, like, fan favorites like Excalibur and Husk and whatnot. And this is actually the only possible way to technically kill Excalibur in the sequel.
Mitch would be so happy.
So the way you would do it is you would actually Excalibur would come down with his demon army and see what was going on, and he would want to actually get revenge on only one of these characters. However, it's entirely possible to convince him to not only help you get revenge in quotations on the other two characters, but it's also possible to convince him to spare all three of them. And guess what? Since he's technically doing a good deed and he fights for that of humanity, he's welcomed into heaven for his good acts. And so he goes to heaven and he's stuck in it. That would be the only way to technically kill him. He's finally be welcomed into heaven.
He's like, wait, what?
And I wrote it, and I was just like, oh, Mitch would love this. He hates this character so much. But then now that I think about it, I think it would actually piss him off more because he'd be like, what is he going to do with heaven, huh? He just one nice thing.
Kill him. He wanted to kill him.
He can't.
I was like, smokes.
He's been exiled from hell. You kill him, he goes to heaven, or not heaven. He goes to hell, and hell's like, bro, you're on the TSA no fly list. Get the fuck out of here. And then he gets booted out. Exactly. So there's nothing that can be properly done about it.
I mean, that gets me inspired to kind of finish my kind of D&D story that I've been working on.
Oh, this is news to me.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's been in the works for quite a bit.
Poggers. I don't know if you want to talk about it at all.
I'm just gonna save it in case we do end up playing it. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I could talk about it, but I'm just gonna save it for now.
I'm glad.
A lot of goodies in there.
I look forward to it if we ever do. But
I hope so.
This whole, not necessarily this campaign in particular, but like I've always been a creative person and somewhat of a writer, even if I'm not like extremely good at it. Which, like I said, I am working on 2 different books right now. And the only reason I'm working on 2, not to sound like some like gigabrain fucking super genius, but I'll write one and then I'll be like, this sucks. And then I'll go write the other one.
And then you're like, wait, this is actually pretty good. Hold on.
Yeah, I'll get burnt out, or I'll have writer's block. And I only write if I can think of a good idea. If it's flowing, I'll write. I never force myself to like write, but I always have to like think of. I always like to write my stories backwards, so to say. Whereas I always have the ending in mind, the destination, and I have the beginning. I don't have the journey every time.
So you just gotta connect the two somehow. Yeah,
basically. I think I do a relatively good job with it for the most part. Holy smokes. I've never told anyone this campaign, so it's finally nice to finally get it out there because I worked so hard on it, and it's just like, oh, please, someone play it. Like, I would even rewrite it. I would even rewrite the whole fucking thing just to play it.
I bought dice, man.
I bought dice.
They're super cool. They're from Amazon, so they're not like really well made, but they look super dope.
Speaking of dice, hold on.
Oh no, here we go.
Yeah, mine right here actually.
All right, baby, we'll probably need some brand new shoes.
I rolled a 17.
17.
Yeah, baby. D20. So rolled a 17.
Yeah,
see what else I can roll. 12. The Discord age of consent, I see.
Hey. Full circle, baby. Full circle.
Oh, shit. How long have we been talking?
I don't know. I think an hour and a half. Almost.
Hour and a half?
Hour 20?
Good lord.
Hour
Good
15?
lord.
Hour 10?
3 hours, actually.
Dude, Keemstar's been here the whole time. It's crazy.
Keemstar, let's hear your thoughts. My God, Alex is a what now?
Ooh.
Shout out to Daniel Keem. Please come out of retirement. All right, I can't.
Stay in retirement.
I can't do your job. Please just come out.
Stay in retirement.
So who's gonna host Drama Alert then?
No one.
Okay, well, shit.
Thank God.
Scum. I don't know about you. Do you have anything else you want to talk about? Anything major?
Nothing much. Just this.
Just this. Okay. Well, this is what I had planned for the most part. Even though I told you before we started, I had no plan. I lied. This was what I was kind of hoping we would talk about.
I mean, I guess I started a new series on my Let's Play channel.
Yeah, plug your channel. Let's hear it.
Plug the channel on YouTube. I do Let's Plays of mostly Nintendo games right now. I'm doing a Pikmin 3 Deluxe. I just finished up actually last week. Actually, when you hear this, probably 2 weeks ago. Super Mario Galaxy, and then now I'm doing Pikmin 3 Deluxe, which is super fun. So if you want to stop by and drop a few Fs in the chat, that'd be pretty dope city. So yeah, that's it. That's it for me.
And I'm gonna put a link to his channel in this description below if you're watching this on YouTube, which is the only place we are on right now because we're not on Spotify. I'm actually working on getting. I'm working on getting us on Spotify, and I'm working on getting us on Patreon. So look in the description below in this YouTube video for his channel, and please go follow him, go like, and comment asking if he is the Battle Pass.
No, right? Don't do that. don't plague my channel.
Tell him Daniel Keem sent him, and that we need to get him out of retirement.
You know what, Ryan? Plug your channel. Dang it.
Yeah, you're watching Wayward Weekly. Wayward Weekly, if we're drunk enough, but it's called Wayward Weekly. Shows every Monday at 4 p.m.
Episode.
Listen, I can excuse myself, okay? All right.
Yeah, Ryan's has. Do you have stuff cooking? Do you still have stuff cooking?
I do.
Can I be your editor?
Cooking. Do you want to edit my stuff?
I'll be your editor.
My editor. I need to get it
over some of my work here.
Yeah, let me send you my audio recording. Just edit the podcast for me, why don't you?
Dude, I could record both of our ends right now, I swear to God.
That's what I'm doing with Craig. That's what Craig's for.
Hey, Craig.
Yeah, Craig, you fucking third wheel son of a bitch. What the fuck you looking at, huh? With your stupid what is that?
What you're talking
meerkat? What is that? Was that like a
It's a bear.
It's a bear. That's a bear. Shit. Okay, well, this is embarrassing.
Embarrassing, yeah.
All right, that's the end of the podcast, guys. Thanks for coming. Yeah.
Bye.
Episode 3.
We'll see you next week.
Look, I want you all to know. Thanks for coming.
Oh, that's what you wanted them to know.
I want you all to know that.
I just wanted you to know.
I wanted you to know. I wanted you to know that I wanted you to know. Now let's just hope Craig gets the fuck out. Bye bye.